Hi, this is Sandy Jo from Rhinestonetemplates.com, and I want to do a little tutorial here on some of the Winpcsign Pro 2012 features that some of them are available in 2010 and 2012 in some of my videos. But we had some questions about some of the welding features, and Joe from our forum, Winpcsign2010.com, there is a forum that helps support the WinPC programs in 2010, 2012, or any of them. There's a lot of sign makers, there's a lot of rhinestone people, vinyl cutters, heat press vinyl, a lot of different people on the forum, and we all just help each other, share ideas, share some designs. So if you are interested in that, come over to WinPC2010.com forum, sign up, and come ahead and join us. But anyway, Joe, one of our new members, is a sign maker and works a lot with sign vinyl and stuff, has been showing us a lot of different things that we don't necessarily use with a lot of our rhinestone techniques as far as the welding and stuff. And I'm going to show you some of the basic welding features that we have here, but we actually have a lot of welding features in the 2010 program, and that's what I'm working. Some of these features are also in the 2010, but some of them are not. And I'll just go ahead and we'll just work through them here a little bit and kind of show you what we've got going on. And the first thing that we're going to do is I'm just going to be working with some simple stuff here, and I'm just getting a handle on some of it myself. Normally, how I would go about working with welding is I have just done the easy way, going with the Welding Plus and the different features in the 2012 version. And I've typed out BSU here, which is our university up here in Bemidji, and if I wanted to actually take this and didn't want my letters like this, I was going to make it into a car sticker or something else, or rhinestone or heat press, or even screen printing or anything, and I wanted to bring this U up, and I wanted to bring it up into this. If I was working with screen printing, it'd be okay, but if I was working in vinyl or signs or car stickers or decals or anything, this overlapping area here would not be good. And I'm working in regular frame there, and I just went to wireframe. I work with wireframe a lot just because I like to see the outlines and where everything really is. And down your bottom toolbar on the 2010 and the 2012 software, you go to the bottom, and the big W is what takes you from your wireframe or not your wireframe. And usually your wireframe shows up in the blue outlines like this right here. But anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. And I've got my B, S, and my U lined up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it the easy way, which is a Welding Plus feature, and that one is in the 2012 edition of WinPC. And you just come up to your Tools bar, you come down to your Welding feature, and you have a Welding Plus, a Welding Color with Pin, and a Welding. And I just hit the Welding Plus, I let it do its work, and it took those right out for me. So whether I want to take now, and if I wanted to enlarge it, make it a size I'd actually use for, a rhinestone decal, or for a shirt, or whatever I wanted to work with, I could go ahead at this point and I could go ahead and stone it. I'm just going to throw a standard stone in there with a 14SS, and it does a pretty good job, right there all by itself. And if I take it out of wireframe, that shows it what it looks like there. But I just wanted to show you that, and again, I'm going to back it up so you can see how we did that again. And we'll go ahead and enlarge that. The enlarging magnifying tool is on the left hand side. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs up from the left hand default side, and you just go ahead and you circle what you want to enlarge. Or in the 2010 edition, you can also just click on it, and when you click on it, it makes it larger and larger. To make it smaller, go to your negative magnifier on the bottom toolbar again and make that smaller. But I'm just going to go ahead and make that larger here, and just by clicking. And then again, I would go over to my toolbar and come down to Welding. I have it all marqueed, so I just hit Welding Plus, and let that go ahead and do its welding on there. So that's one way of doing welding. Now Joe, that like I said is new to our forum, has been showing us a lot of different ways of doing welding, and he's kind of giving us some basics of it, but not the whole thing, and making us kind of work and think and figure out how to use this program, because it's such a powerful program, how to use it in so many different ways than how we just know the basics of doing it. And I'm not sure if this is the right way, but this is the way that I've been playing with it and finding out how to work with it too. And what I did here, actually, I'm going to show you just one more thing really quick here. I have my triangle here. I'm just going to duplicate it. I'm just going to make a few of these and just stack them really fast inside of each other. And say if I wanted to make a variegated arrowhead or something, again, I would use the welding tool, the easy way of doing it. Just stack them up. I don't have them lined up or anything, but just to stack them, I'd marquee it, go up to my toolbar, hit welding plus, let it do its work, and actually that could be an upside down Christmas tree or an arrow or anything, but it takes out, leaves the outside and takes out the inside. And so just play with your shapes a little bit and see what you can do. This particular image, the BSU that I'm doing over here that has an arrow in it, this has I'm going to do this a little bit differently, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and make an outline on each one of my designs here. And first I'm going to grab my BSU and I'm going to come up to my toolbar, come to my outline, it's about halfway down, and click it. Whoops, I already have my outline tool already up. Okay, I'll take that down so you can see me do it. Okay, so I'll hit the BSU, go to my toolbar, hit my outline, my transformation outline box shows up. A lot of the tools that we use to reconfigure things, they are all transformation boxes. So we've got quite a few different transformation boxes here. This one though, I have outline clicked and I've got a thickness of 20. I want one line on the outside of it. I'm going to the outline of it and I'm going to hit break text and I'm going to click OK, and it put me a line around my BSU. This is also a way of making outlines around any image or font if you want it thicker, or if you want it to be more of a scholastic font or something, you can do that too. I'm going to do the same thing with my my triangle here, and I'm going to go ahead and just outline that, use my same things that I have on here. Now what I really want to do is I want to see BSU up here in the front, and I want to see this as part of an emblem in the back. I'm going to use this for some heat press vinyl. I don't want, you know, this to be a whole fill thing and have to overlay everything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come into my toolbar. Actually, there's another toolbar we have with welding, and it's under shape. And you come under welding and you go to subtract, and another transformation box pops up over here. So I'm going to move this down here so we can see really good, and I'm going to hit click select shape, and what I have found works best for me is what I want to be gone. Usually, like, I want this red line to be gone on the inside, so I'm going to click that, and really fast just kind of lights up. And then if I click the inside line in the outside line of the other image, and I'm going to do that, and I click that, and right through here you can see now I have a clean font inside of there. So this line right here I'm going to slide off later on. That's just my outline. It's just like a guide that's on there. I'm going to hit my subtract again. I'm going to hit my select my path. Again, I'm going to my red line on the inside that I want to be gone. I clicked that, and I came to the outside of my U, the blue line, and I clicked that. And again, my red line is now, my original line is now gone through my font. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my bar right there. And at this point, what I would do is I would slide off my blue outline that I had made, which is just a guide. And now I actually have a nice emblem here that I could go ahead and I could rhinestone it, I could cut it. I don't have lines sitting in the back. I could do a whole fill of rhinestones around this if I wanted to, and I could do an outline on here and then fill on the inside again if I wanted to. And you know, but I'm going to use this for heat press vinyl. But so that's how you work with that welding tool. Just know that you have to have other outlines around it in order for it to work. So of the images that you, whatever you try to combine and weld, make an outline like I did around my BSU and like I did around my triangle, and you should be good. I'm going to get rid of this outline just around here, and I'm going to look and see what that looks like. And that looks pretty nice too. Whoops, took the wrong one out. There we go. And so here, if you wanted to use that too, you could also use that. See how it removed those lines. And then I would come through here. I would get rid of this through here because I didn't leave the outlines. And you could use that image too. Now here's another way of doing it, and I'll show you the differences. Actually, I'm going to back it up. I want to put my outline back around because I really like how that outline looks around that. Another way of doing it too is taking your BSU, which is grouped, your letters, and coming over here, putting it on top of your triangle, coming over and you know, marking the whole thing. Come up to your toolbar, take the weld that's in your toolbar, not your shape bar, but in your toolbar, because you have two different sets. Hit your welding plus, and then see what that actually does there. And I'm not, what I would have to do there would be only I'd get an outline, and then I would have to come back in and replace my S in here and do a lot of work around that. So I'm not real crazy about that. Let's try one more thing. Let's actually outline both of these, then try the welding, and let's look and see what it does that way. So we'll put our outline back around both of the BSU and the triangle like we did with the other one. Now let's go ahead and weld this and see what that gives us. Again, it gives us the same thing, but it gives us circles in here. So to me, that's I wouldn't want to do that. That's not the look that I'm looking for. I'm looking, you know, for a look like this. So I have this that I can actually move in back of it, and you know, kind of work it around it. And if you are doing any of the car stickers or any of that with the rhinestones, or if you're working with the sequence heat press vinyl on the car decals or anything, you can very easily work with this through here, and you have a solid image and another solid image, and so that would pull together really good. But also for heat press vinyl on a shirt or on bags or anything you want to do. But that's just some little information about the welding tools, and you know, what they'll do or what they won't do, and just play around with your shapes just a little bit, and you know, build up a little category of some of the shapes that you kind of like, and they'll be beginning things for you then for taking and actually making you know, some different designs and stuff. So when you get an order for something, you'll have shapes that are already built into something. Or this, you turn upside down, it could be mountains, and I'm just going to run a grid fill on it just for the heck of it here, just to see how the grid fill fills that particular image in, and we'll just let that do its own thing there for a second. And whoops, I think I have a little, there we go. Okay.